Let's go, amigos. Look that way.
Now, see, he's sitting up there looking dumb as hell.
Oh, let's get the snap back. Let's get the snap.
Now, he just sitting up there looking dumb as hell. See, now this is what I be saying. Like, I'm gonna give y'all my story. My story is okay. Hold on.
Hello? Hello?
I just called the office, okay? And I'm saying some people go in the office now. I'm sending people already. So with the money, I pay everything, okay?
Okay, now once they do that, they're gonna call me. Just tell them to call me after that's been taken.
I understand. Just wait. Don't wait.
No,
I'm fixing everything.
I understand. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understand, but you have to understand. On my end, I can't stop until they tell me. I can't. We got to keep moving forward.
I understand. I understand, sir.
Yeah. So get
just 5 minutes.
Okay.
Just 5 minutes.
Okay, my thing about him, he talking about just 5 minutes. Well, you taking 5 minutes to talk to him, you could, as soon as he said, okay, you need to call the people, and then they gonna call me, and then we can stop. But until then, we gotta keep going. Why is we still having a phone conversation at this point? First thing I would did when he said that, I would have been like, okay, hung up the phone, called them, do whatever we had to do.
I called my people, and he go in the office right away there. Just give it. He called you like after 5 minutes, please.
Okay, well, let me.
I'm just saying to the people. I'm in the world, but I'm saying my cousin right there, the owner, the office right there. You know my cousin too. So I'm sitting right there with the check, with everything, and I'm just please just 5 minutes. He called you, please trust me.
Okay,
Now he said, trust me, 5 minutes, trust me. Look, he's not trying to get all his stuff thrown out on the street or whatever. But the question is you saying you got the money right now? How come it got to this point? Now he's saying just give him 5 minutes, but you and literally had months. So let's see what happens. Because right now he on the phone claiming, give me 5 minutes, give me 5 minutes. I'm gonna call. Everything's gonna be straightened out. So let's see what happens. Because he said if the people give him a call and say everything's good, then he'll stop.
I'm not blind, sir.
I understand, but what you don't understand is I can't stop. It's not my call. I don't have the authority.
I understand, but I know what's going on. Okay, whatever it is, this money I have it. Okay.
Okay.
Now I go give them just the money orders, and he call you.
Okay, yeah. Call me when that's done. Call me. The office will call me when you do that.
Okay, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna call him now.
Yes, sir. All right.
All right, man.
Now, what's going on, y'all? They're literally taking everything out of this house and literally sitting it on the curb outside. So they're taking all this man's stuff, all their belongings, and sitting it just outside, just like out in the open. It's not going in no truck, and they just sitting all their stuff outside. The bed, everything.
I believe, like, what's going on? He's my employee, the guy over here.
Okay, right there. What's going on? He's my employee. Okay, he getting evicted. Like, what do you mean? What's going on? He's my employee. Okay, you can see what's going on. He getting put out. Like, what do you mean? What's going on? This is my employee.
Check it out and see what's going on. Why is he getting his stuff just taken out? He paid.
Okay, well that's okay. Let me explain to you how it works.
Uh-huh.
When
A little bit of reality and kicked in him. You see him when he got dressed, put the hat on, the shirt.
something happens as far as rent or whatever, the office files for eviction. The paper is served, or you're
No,
going.
he did pay, and he.
Okay, well I don't have anything to do with pay. I don't collect rent. You can say I'm here doing the eviction.
Mhm.
If he paid, that's something he has to take up with the office. That's not with me.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have anything to do with rent or collecting rent. I only go about with the court. Let me show you.
You have the court papers?
The court. This is written possession coming from the court.
Mm-hmm.
I like how smooth he was with that. I don't do anything with the pay or anything like that. I just do eviction. Here go the paper from the court. Paper from the court. Cause next thing you know, he's been trying to get lit and, try to get some escalated. So I like how he toned it all the way down and just showing him that paper.
Who is this person?
He's my employee.
But he's not here.
No.
Okay. Well, this is a rent for this place. So I don't know if he paid. I wouldn't be the person to talk to because I don't collect rent.
Okay.
It would be the office.
To the office right now.
Okay.
So what they have to do in eviction is they have to make sure that they get all the property out, because technically once they step on the property, at that point, you no longer live there. They're there to change the locks. They're there to give you 10 or 15 minutes to gather your belongings, and then that's it. Like, after they get there, they can technically charge you with trespassing. Everything.
You primo?
So dude said he was gonna call 5 minutes. Dude said he was gonna call 5 minutes. Where he at? 5 minutes. He said give him 5 minutes.
No,
Hey, they're gonna have to work. You can't stand around here watching him work. Get the underlay. He's standing there holding the bag. Yeah, see everything. Total. How you doing?
What's going on, man?
Have you been to the office?
No, I'm to show him that this Hassan.
That's dude right there that was on the phone, y'all. Now he came to the department, and now he's saying that he was short. We already knew that.
When? Give me seconds.
Okay.
I'm fix everything.
Okay.
Just believe
I
me.
can tell the office called me.
I'm tell him call you. I'm gonna leave the job and I'm the man. I'm gonna call you on the phone.
Okay, thank you.
But
Okay.
please tell him to slow down.
Okay,
Please,
we'll slow down. Okay,
Please.
we'll slow
I'm
down.
sure you, whatever it is, I'm gonna fix it.
You finna go pay him?
Now, everything I fixed it
Okay.
up, but just tell them to please wait. I'm
Okay,
gonna
right.
leave the job, and I'm coming here.
Okay,
because-
well, go take care of it.
بدي الورقة على هذيك اليوم حطيت عليها رصيد.
As y'all can see what that sign say, he was evicted from the property. Hmm. So what's crazy about this to me, friends, y'all, is the fact that, like I was saying at the beginning, I've been through an eviction before, so it's a terrible experience or whatever to know that you know what I mean, all of a sudden you're gonna have to just pack up, get all your belongings, and you have to go, you have to relocate, you have to find somewhere else to go. It's a very stressful predicament and situation to be in. However, to make that transition as smoothly as possible, some of the things I did was to save myself some humiliation and some embarrassment. Because for one, not saying you're necessarily supposed to care about what people think, but that's kind of embarrassing to for everybody to see you get put out of your home and all of your worldly possessions just thrown out on the street. Like, who wants everybody to see all of their things outside on the street, just outside? And then you got to figure out how you gonna get all the belongings from outside. Most likely you don't really have that much money because that's why you haven't been paying your rent in the first place. So now you got all of these out of the blue expenses. So if you in this situation, the first thing I would advise you to do is to get all of your things into storage. Put all your big things in storage, like the beds, the dressers, everything like that. Go ahead and put all that stuff in storage. The only thing that you need to have in your apartment is maybe like a TV, because how I did it, the only thing I had left in my apartment when I was getting evicted is I kept my TV in there. I kept my microwave so that way I could have something to eat. My TV so I could have something to watch. I put my bed, everything else in storage, and I had me like a pallet. And the reason why I did that is because I didn't know where I was going to be going. I didn't know if I was going to have to stay at a hotel, if I was going to have to pay a family member, whatever, to stay with them. But I was trying to hold on to my money for as long as possible. So I was like, I'm going to stay in this apartment until the actual day that they come and I'm supposed to leave. So what the difference is when they knocked and said, okay, we here, we're here, you have to leave. Then I already had me a ride. I had me a ride on call, like I'm supposed to be getting evicted or whatever like that. I'm gonna need you to come get me. I'm due to come. And then they was ready. So when that happened, they called. I grabbed my TV, my little bag of clothes, my little blanket microwave, and I was ready to rock and roll. And then the whole neighborhood, everybody didn't have to know that I was getting put out or none of that. But I'm gonna tell you something. If you know that you're not paying your, and what's crazy to me about these people is they just be still up in the apartment, like ain't nobody told them nothing, like they ain't got caught up on their rent, like they ain't got no court notice or nothing. How, if somebody tell you we come in on such and such date at such time to put you out, I don't understand comprehend how these people don't be believing that is so or that is true. Because on these eviction, like I did another eviction video that's on my channel too. Like the people just be in the house just to live in their best life. Like they ain't attempted to put a shirt in a bag or pack up nothing. Just there just to live in, like rent free. And then that's the other thing. Like when I would be paying my rent and stuff, I would always be fearful. Like, is today the day? Is it gonna happen today? Like,
No, Eddie, you didn't say anything about it?
I thought there was the extermination today, so, I've been trying to call you.
There's nothing I could do. We referred you to Adult Protective Services, they cleared you.
When did they clear me? I haven't
I don't
haven't
know-
talked to them.
All I know about them, here, I'll show you the paper. They determined that you're doing unmet essential needs. Understand.
now look, see, now this is what I be saying how fake people is. Now she really deserve an Oscar nomination for this. Look at the expression on her face, like she's so shocked, like she don't got a clue. She's really looking at paper like she's really looking for what he's talking about. Like she just don't got a damn clue. Now, girl, you know damn well you ain't been paying your rent, so quit it with the antics of the Oscar nomination acting like she don't know what the hell going on or what he talking about.
Understand that an APS referral for them to actually get involved is very hard work. So you'd have to be pretty, you have to be unable to walk or something like that. It's pretty hard. But we did refer it. It got you a lot of extra time. Got you 2 extra months.
Obviously, I don't want to be evicted today.
Okay.
Now check her out. Look at that. Look at that white supremacy attitude or that privilege attitude. Obviously, I don't want to be evicted today. What the hell you mean? Obviously, what day does anybody want to be evicted on? Can you tell me that? When would anybody want to be evicted? She said, well, obviously, I don't want to be evicted today. Like, in other words, really what she meant is I'm telling you that I'm not leaving today. I can't do it. And I'm going to need for you to come back, give me some more time to do whatever I need to do. That's what that meant. Well, obviously, I don't want to be evicted today. Like, she has some type of question or some type of authority or in the matter. Obviously, I don't want to be evicted today. Like, okay.
Obviously, I don't want to be evicted today.
Well, there's nothing I can do to stop that.
What can stop it?
I can't stop it. I can't, Ellen.
I mean, what you could do to try to resolve it is you can always go back to court and try to get a plan where you pay what you owe.
No, we had that though. That's the problem. That's why.
Right.
We've
Well,
been
you
doing
always
it.
have the right to go back to court.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
You always have that right.
Right.
But as of this moment, there's not much I can do. I mean, it's a court order. There's nothing I can do to stop
But
it.
why do you tell me I can go back to court if I'm
Well, all right.
living on 92nd Street?
What I mean is that you can go back to court to try to get back into the apartment if you agree. Usually the judge will, it's up to a judge, but usually you'll have to pay what you owe, and they'll let you back in. But again, I can't say that for sure. I can just tell you it's an option. As of right now, though, I have to have you get dressed. I have to have you go. We're not removing.
But as of right now, I'm gonna have to get you dressed and I'm gonna have to have you go. Now imagine that, y'all. Imagine you just put yourself in the shoes of these people, right? You in your house, whatever, you sitting there, you watching TV, thinking about what you're gonna be eating tonight, whatever the case may be, and then somebody knock on your door and tell you, you got to go right now. You have to get out right now, this very moment. Just imagine while y'all watching this video right now, and somebody was to come knock on your door and then say you have to leave right now, and it's not your, and at that point it's no longer your home. Like, you can't really argue. It's the court. They can take you to jail, whatever. You have to literally go. Like, in 10 or 15 minutes, you're homeless at that point.
Anything right now. All right. All we're doing is locking the door, and the stuff stays in here, and then you can make arrangements to either, like they said, pick it up or at the other, try to get back in.
Eddie, if I call somebody and get the money, can we stop this?
I can't stop it right now. It's done. And
Even with the money?
not right now. No.
The other option is
See, this is the thing, and I hate when they say that. So if I call, just like I do, so if I call right now and get the money, we can stop it. Even if I get the money, if you had the money, why haven't you been paying your rent? What do you mean if I have the money? So, like, I'm not getting it. You haven't paid your rent to the point to where they're evicting you, and so now that they're here evicting you, now all of a sudden you want to act like you possibly have the money.
we lock the door, right? You can try to come up with the money and speak to them and see if they'll accept it, and then they let you back in on their own accord. Without going to.
I had to call them.
Right, he has to talk to the management company about something. But as of right now, they're not going to stop me from doing this right now because it's gone this far.
All right, how much?
And again, like I said, all we're doing is locking the door. We're not removing anything.
What kind of, what's the amount of money?
It's a lot of money. I call up. I find out. It's over 8,000, 10,000.
You know, when those idiot cleaner guys came, they threw away all my paperwork.
Yeah, I don't know how much it is. It's a lot. It's a few months.
You don't want, no.
Yeah. I'll call up in a few minutes.
Well, I know it's September and October rent, I know that.
No, it's a lot.
It's September and October rent. And some kind of back rent.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, you've got the paperwork, you can tell me.
Well, I don't know up to date. I have as of like August.
There was no
Yeah,
payments
because
made
I know
after.
September and
Yeah.
October
Right.
rent.
So you owed according to the judge's
Imagine your neighbors and everybody, they probably peeking through the peek hole, looking at her.
decision back in August, like 3,200 or thereabouts.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now you're saying September and October, they're going to want
Well,
that.
that's, isn't that included in that?
No, because this was back in August.
All right, so that's 26.
So when all is said and done, you're looking at around 9 to 10,000.
No, I'm not. I'm looking at I'm looking at
Plus
5,800.
legal fees.
I don't have to, one thing I know is I don't have to pay legal
Well,
fees.
that you have to get, that's why might have to deal with it in court. Because they're gonna, what they ask you for is might be an amount that you say, no, I don't have to pay all that. Then you have to get a judge to take it up, And you will have to be responsible definitely for the back rent. As far as the other fees that get added on, that's up to a judge. I don't know.
I never thought a marshal would come if I didn't have a piece of paper that said marshal was gonna
Well, the
come.
only thing is, since you were served originally back in June, right? That was back in June. You went back to court in June again, and then it was adjourned until August, which is what I have here. The next service is only done by mail. That's the way it's done. And at that point, all that's sent is proof of mailing to this address. That's
Oh,
all
not
that's
that I received it, that it was
Not-
mailed.
all that matters is that it was mailed at that point. That's what happens when you go to court or, when it gets postponed like that, because we can't send somebody out here every time. So,
Well, I know that it's more advantageous for me to get evicted, but it's also advantageous for you to get the amount of money that I,
It's a lot of things. I have to talk to the lawyer. There is legal fees, marshal fees, and storage fees that probably going to come.
and again,
Yeah.
if you want to dispute those, that's when you go back to court.
Yeah.
But if they say to you, look, this is how much you have to pay in order to get back in this apartment, right? That's what we calculate as what's due, right?
And look inside the apartment. Look at everything in there. You can tell she had an attempt to pack a bag, move nothing around. She ain't did this up in there. And these people, and you went to court in June. How could you sleep or even relax knowing that you went to court in June and they told you that you was gonna have to be leaving, getting up out of there, and she got her mail. Good and well she got her mail. So she knew that this was coming. See, that's my only thing is I don't understand how you can know that they're coming to put you out and then you just up in there living. And then when they come, you want to act surprised, act like you got so many antidotes on how to fix the situation. When you should have been trying to get up out of there or either making some type of payment arrangement or something beforehand. Don't wait till the people actually at your door telling you you got to come out of here right now. We're changing the locks right now. And then as of that moment, you are 100% officially homeless. You're homeless at that point.
Then that's what you have to pay in order to get back through them. If you decide.
And she didn't let her rent pack all the way up to where she got to pay damn near $10,000. Now that woman don't got no $10,000. If she had $10,000, she would have been paying her rent the whole time. I mean, let's think about it and be realistic. She knows she don't got no $10,000. She don't got no $10,000.
No, I don't want to pay all that. Well, then you have to go to court and take it up with the judge as to what you actually have to pay to get back in, what he determines you have to pay.
And then they be trying to postpone because reality don't be want to sit in or resonate that this is no longer your home, like you're out of here. It's a done deal. It's a court order. There's nothing that can be done at this point unless you go back before the court. But as of now, you have to leave up out that house. You have to leave up out that apartment or wherever it is you staying. You have to get up out of there. I mean, it's crazy, and but you got to get up out of there.
Might say the same thing.
I'll give you numbers right now.
I can't go out on the street. I'm 70 years old.
I understand that, but there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do to stop this. Because there was, if you were 70 years old, I came here, I didn't know that, but I did know it. We referred it to the only agency that can handle such a thing, Adult Protective Services. Once they clear it, I have no say at all.
And they cleared it without knowing me.
I don't know. That I can't attest to their examinations. All I can attest to is what they tell me.
Well, I'm not dressed. You got to come back.
I can give you it is a quick process. I'll give you time to get dressed. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, but then we have to go. Because we have to change the locks. We are going to be changing the locks while you do that.
Imagine 15, 20 minutes. Life changed forever. Her whole life has changed right there at that moment. Right then and there. 15, 20 minutes to gather whatever you need to get, and then you got to go. We changing the locks. Right there. That's crazy.
I-
And they don't be wanting to believe it. Like you see how she just studies standing in the door, trying to talk, trying to do this, trying to do that. Baby girl, it's a wrap. Like she don't want to face it. She does not want to face the fact that she got to get up out of that apartment.
This just can't happen.
After he puts the paper, I'll give you time to get medicine, everything like that, you know. But
If you have medication, I'll give you time to take it. I'll do what I can to accommodate you,
Yeah.
but I have to go through the eviction. There's nothing I can do. I mean, the only thing, if you refuse to leave, you gotta call the cops. It's not gonna go anywhere, and they're gonna tell you the same thing I'm telling you.
But you said why did you pretend and come up here and say you're gonna get a plumber?
I've been calling you for 3-4 days. I wanted to see if you were home.
Oh, so. No, Eddie.
Okay, so all that's irrelevant about, you see what I'm saying? She talking about why did you call and tell me something about a plumber? At this point, that's all irrelevant. You got 15, 20 minutes to gather your clothes, take some medication, whatever you need to do, because we're gonna have to lock these doors, and if we need be, we may have to call the police, and the police gonna come tell you the same thing, that you got to go. So yeah. So with that all being said, this is my second eviction video on my channel. I have another video that's similar to this, because it's just crazy to see how people how they react and how they respond to getting evicted after you ain't paid your rent. If you know you ain't paid your rent, the best thing to do is try to make some payment arrangements, stay in contact with the leasing office, the management, whatever you got to do. Go to some different organizations, beg family members. I mean, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And this may sound crazy, but sometimes you may have to go without the extras to keep your place. You know what I'm saying? You may have to go without lights. You may have to go without, cable. You may have to go without, you know what I'm saying? The main important thing, you may have to let that car go and catch the bus, or get you a quick pay here, buy here, pay here for a little $1,000 or whatever like that. But the most important thing is that you got some place at the end of the day, at the end of the night, that you can walk up in, close the door, and have your own space. You can always work on getting your lights cut back on, catching up your car note or whatever. If you may have to miss a payment, and you communicate that to them or give them what you can. I mean, there's ways to bob and weave. You don't have to have cable. You don't, you know what I mean? It's some things that you can let go to make your phone. You may have to let your phone go. You know what I'm saying? You may have to let that phone go. But the most important bill that you definitely want to pay is your rent. But that's all for right now, friends. Please like the video. Please comment. Let me know what y'all think about these folks, how they up in here acting like they don't know what's going on, and what they should have been doing. Like, what would you do if you knew that you was about to get evicted? Would you still be just sitting up in the house, or what do y'all think about them? Just let me know. Anyway, this is Black Light Friends. I'm out for now. Until next time. Also check, y'all. I told y'all that I was going to be doing the video on the origin of policing, to show you that the origin of police, that they're actually doing their jobs as far as police brutality and stuff like that, because the origin of police is actually created for exactly how they're treating Black people to this day. So I want y'all to check that out. I'm probably going to have that coming up within a minute here. It's going to be in PowerPoint presentation form or whatnot, but it's just some good information so y'all can see the type of relationship that Blacks have with the police, and why. Why? When you see why they were created, you'll understand, have a lot better, clear understanding of it. But like I said, right now, friends, I'm out. This is Black Light. Thank y'all for watching. Please like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. If you are subscribed, please make a comment. Peace.